Dear students, myself, Mr.P.P.Sutar, Associate Professor, Department of Chemistry, Gopal Krishna Gopali College, Kolhapur. Students, we are studying UV visual spectroscopy, and today we are going to learn how the lambda max value is calculated by using Woodward-Fissure rules. Now, Woodward and Fissure studied the influence of structural changes on the value of lambda max, and they gave some empirical rules for calculating lambda max value. Now, students, we are going to see these rules in detail. The value calculated and observed were found to be matched within plus minus 5 nanometer units. Now, let us see first the calculation of lambda max value of conjugated dynes using Woodward-Fissure rules. Now, students, you are knowing what is meant by conjugated dynes. That is the dynes containing single bond, double bond and single bond. It is alternate single and double bond. They are called as a conjugated dynes, and also in the trines. Now, I will show in the diagram. These are the dynes. They are classified into three classes. That is a linear, which is called as acyclic. Second type is semi-cyclic, and third is cyclic, also called as annular. Now, linear, acyclic, that is open chain. Look here, this is also the open chain dyne. Here, the dyne is open chain again, although dyne is attached to the ring. It is not included in the ring, it is present as a acyclic dyne. Semi-cyclic, that is some part of the dyne is in the cycle and remaining part is out of cycle, and therefore it is called as semi-cyclic. Now, cyclic dyne, they are known as annular dynes also. There are two varieties of annular dynes. Number one is homoannular. Homo means same, and therefore the double bond is present in the same ring, that is in one ring. In the first case, it is present in the A. In the second case, also B, and it is also in the A, and in the third, it is also in the A. That is, the double bond is present in the same ring, and therefore these type of dynes are known as homoannular dyne. While heteroannular dynes, the double bond, that is, the dyne system is present in the separate ring. Here, look, that is different rings. Here, the double bond system, that is the dyne system, is double bond. Here I am showing double bond, single bond, double bond. Same in the next structure. And this type of dyne system is known as heteroannular dyne system. Now let us see what are the rules, what are the basic values for these dynes in the previous chart, and therefore I am going to the previous chart. Okay. Now, Woodward-Fissure rules for calculation of lambda max values of conjugated dynes, okay, and trines. Now, when parent dyne is acyclic dyne, just we have seen the base value is 214 nanometer. When the parent dyne is a heteroannular dyne, again the base value is 214 nanometer. And when the parent dyne is homoannular dyne, then the base value is quite increased, it is 253 nanometer. Thus, these are the base values for these three types of dynes. Now, these dynes have the substituents, and these substitutions also show the increase in the wavelength. Now, how the increase is, we are going to see one by one. Now, when alkyl substitution is there, including ring residue, then add 5 to the base value. If alkoxy group is there, add 6 to the base value. If chlorine, that is chlorobromo are present, then add 5. If acyloxy group is there, there is no addition to the base value. If double bond extended conjugation, that is the double bond is in the extended conjugation, then add 30 nanometer to the base value. If double bond is exocyclic to one ring, add 5. And if double bond is exocyclic to two rings simultaneously, add 10. Now what is this exocyclic? I will show in the next diagram. Now, yes, these double bonds. Now look, in the structure E, the B double bond is exocyclic to the ring B. This is the ring B. Now, this double bond is exocyclic to ring B. This is one example. In the next structures, you can see the double bonds. In the structure F, two double bonds are exocyclic to ring B. Okay. Here also in the structure H, double bond A is exocyclic to ring B. In the last structure, the double bond A is exocyclic to ring B and double bond B is exocyclic to ring C. And when such type of exocyclic double bonds pressure, you have to increase the wavelength. If one ring, then by 5. Okay. Now, these are the information about the structures. We have seen this. Now, if compound that contains both homoannular and heteroannular dyne system, then the calculations are based on the homoannular dyne system. Now look, for heteroannular dyne system, the base value is 214 nanometer, while for homoannular dyne system, it is 253 nanometer. And therefore, when these both systems are present, you have to use homoannular dyne system value for the calculation. Now when conjugation is extended by 1 and 2 double bonds, and when substitutions are present on the conjugated system, their contributions are also accounted. That is, we have seen when substitutions are present. Now let us see the Woodward-Fissure rules for the calculation of lambda max value for the enones. The enones are also here called alpha beta unsaturated ketones. Now these rules here given, when the parent skeleton is acyclic enone, then or hexacyclic ring type of enone is present, then the base value is 215 nanometer. Look here, why it is called as alpha beta? This position is alpha, this is a beta, and therefore this system is called as alpha beta unsaturated ketone. When hexacyclic, the system is present, double bond, single bond, double bond, there is a ketone system. Okay. And also in the 5-member ring, when this system is present, take the base value equal to 202 nanometer. Now when aldehyd system is present, take the base value 207. And when such type of at A position, if OH group or ester group are present, then take the value equal to 197 nanometer. If there is extended conjugation, add 30 nanometer. If one double bond is exocyclic to one ring, add 5 nanometer. And if exocyclic to two rings simultaneously, then add 10 nanometer to the base value. Now students, we are proceeding for substitutions. Now these are the positions: alpha, beta, gamma, delta, omega. Now increments for each group at where it is substituted. When alkyl group is substituted on alpha position, add 10, on beta add 12, and gamma add 18, and also for delta and above it is 18. That is, add this figure to the base value. Now alkyl group also includes the part of the carboxylic ring. When alkoxy group is present at alpha position, then add 35 when it is on beta position, add 30 when it is on gamma position, add 17, and when it is on delta position, add 31 nanometer to the base value. When hydroxy group is present on alpha position, add 35 nanometer, and when it is present on the beta position, add 30 nanometer, and when it is present on the delta position, add 50 nanometer to the base value. Thioethers, when present on the beta position, add 80 nanometer to the base value. When chloro group is present on alpha position, then add 50 into the base value and 12 when it is present on the beta position. Again, when bromo is present on alpha, then add 25, and when on beta, add 30. When acyloxy group is there, add 6 to the base value. And when primary amines and primary amine, secondary amine, tertiary amine, amino groups are there, add 95, and it is on the beta position. Now these are the addition in the base value. Now there are also some solvent shifts. When the solvent is chloroform, subtract 1. When the solvent is dioxane, subtract 5. When the solvent is diethyl ether, subtract 7. And when the solvent is hexane and cyclohexane, subtract 11 from the base value. And when the water is used as a solvent, add 8 to the base value. Now these are the rules given by Woodward and Fissure for the calculation of lambda max value in dienes and enones. Now in the next lecture we will solve the problems of calculation of lambda max value in dienes and enones using these Woodward-Fissure rules. With this, I conclude my lecture. Thank you.